Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Uh, I'm in a messy mood tonight. Thank you for being first, Rodney Jackson. And Liberia Rose, thank you for 22 months membership. Thank you very much for that. And hey to you too. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let me take that away. Get my slides up. Um, okay, slides are coming. But yeah, I'm feeling a little. Well. How do they say it in the South? I'm feeling a mite messy. Hey, Lydia Washington, Dansby. The Royal Sussex wish list just in time for Christmas. If you all don't know what the Royal Sussex wish list is, let me see. Really? You mean to tell me? I did not know that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's making too much noise. I didn't know that Anne of Duchess of Success was on earlier. Did you all know that? Totally missed that. Okay. All right. What am I doing here, you guys? I'm so sorry. I'm multitasking. Let me get back into where I'm supposed to be here. So I got that. And what I want to do, I want to put the link for the Royal Sussex wish list at the top of the chat. And by the way, no one, and I do mean no one, is obliged to purchase anything from the wish list. But if you choose to do so, um, I just be smiling and smiling. Which, by the way, I think there's an item from the wish list. Actually, I have two items that I need to pick up from my mailbox. So if you're wondering if it was delivered, yes, it was. Okay, so I can't find the link all of a sudden, but if you pop it up there again, I'll make sure I wait a minute, there it is right there. How come I can't find it? Let me try it again. Hmm. Okay, yeah, I think I missed it that time around. So, Lydia, if you put it up there again, I'll make sure I catch it the next time around. Okay, and thank you very much for that. So let me take that away. Slides are ready. Did you guys know it's been a year since Meghan went to the Ripple of Hopes Award, right? Ripple of Hope. And yeah, it's hard to believe that that was a year ago where she wore that white outfit. I call it a tuxedo dress, although it's not really a tuxedo dress. But and then, of course, if you're wondering about the title, Kate wore a revenge dress. Did you all know that? It's so funny the stuff that they tried to uh, trend. Okay, there's the wish list. Got it this time. I'm going to pin that to the top of the chat. So if you want to take a look at some of the items on the wish list, there it is. Thank you again. Remember, nobody is obliged to purchase anything from that list. But if you do, it's fun for me. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being here tonight. And Andrew Bodie, thank you for being here tonight. You guys, Andrew is probably working the late shift, Nurse Andrew, right? And there's another nurse here. I don't want to say who she is, but I happen to know that there is someone else here who is a nurse. So, yeah, we are covered. We got two lifesavers here. Thank you very much. All right, so let's get on with it because I got a bunch of slides and probably I usually have about 40. I think I got 70. Doesn't mean that it's going to be long, but yeah, I got about 70 of them. So we better get on with it. Um, Wait a minute. Did I do that right? Oh, you know what? I was on another screen, so let me make sure I highlight. There we go. And there we go. All right. And Catherine Bryant, thank you for 16 months membership. Got it. Got it. Got it. All right. There we go. Connie Balmer. Hey, Connie Balmer, all the way from Switzerland. Good morning to you. Thank you for being here. Judy Matassa, thank you for being here. All right, I think just about all the usual stuff. Connie Balmer, thank you so much for the super sticker. You know, I've already shifted the genuine Swiss cowbell to my souvenir shelf, my travel souvenir shelf, so shelf that is. So can't ring it right now, but thank you again so much for that. KDV, thank you for 10 months membership. Glad to have you here. All right, so let's get on with it. Sad news today. After 101 years, Norman Lear passed away of natural causes in his California home. What a life well lived. I'm telling you, some of the very intellectual conversations I engaged in as a child was because of some of those sitcoms that he was famous for. Um, it's almost impossible for me to believe that All in the Family was on television the same time the Brady Bunch was on. You know, as the very wholesome, superficial sitcoms kind of went out of fashion, all of a sudden, here comes Norman Lear with this experiment called All in the Family. And listen, don't want to argue with nobody, but the two favorites, the two best ever. Okay, the best ever sitcom, All in the Family. I'm saying that just because of the innovation of it. That you could be able to teach life lessons, learn about issues that still plague us today, and have a laugh at the same time. All right. So that's my opinion. And the best television theme song was from another creation of Norman Lear, that famous spinoff, The Jeffersons. Yeah, that is the best television theme song ever. I don't care what you say, that is the best. It ain't Facts of Life, it ain't none of those things. It ain't the Brady Bunch theme song. It is Moving On Up, Jeanette DuBois. And of course, that was the television show, The Jeffersons. Also, innovative in that I think that was the first time you ever had lead characters that were rich and just happened to be black. I don't know that I've ever seen a lead character in any show or sitcom or anything else where the lead characters were rich. Jefferson Dry Cleaners, 7 locations, one near you. He was born the son of a sharecropper. That's what he always would say. So very, very innovative. And of course, that liberal lioness, Maud. Maud. Norman Lear gave us Maud, Good Times, The Jeffersons, All in the Family, all of those. Yeah. So genius, genius, genius. And what else? The Sanford and Son. Wasn't that Norman Lear, Sanford and Son? But yeah, he was one of those real innovators. So got to say that I wouldn't be the person I am today if Norman Lear hadn't challenged the conventions and created those sitcoms that still entertain, amuse, and inform us to this very day. So, KDV, did I say thank you for this super sticker and thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex? Thank you so much for being here. And Denise Dublin, thank you for that's Canada, right? Thank you so much for the super sticker and thank you again for being here. Greatly appreciate it. So, yeah, that was the entertainment giant known as Norman Lear. Um, yeah, Janet DuBois was Cab Calloway's daughter. She never talked about it, but they said it was on her birth certificate. That was not a selling point for her. She never told people, but they said Cab Calloway was Janet DuBois' father. And of course, Janet DuBois was on Good Times, and she was kind of bored because all she did was open the door and say, hey, 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 Flo. Well, she got kind of bored with that, and she told Norman Lear, she say, I need something else to do. And so when she heard that they were looking for someone to do the theme song for for the Jeffersons, she offered, and he was like, "Can you sing? Can you sing? Can she sing? What is it, 50 years later? Do you think she could sing? Of course she could sing. I mean, she ate that song up. Fish don't fry in the kitchen, beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up the hill. You know what? One of the hardest things to do is to teach white folks how to say trying. I say no, is trying, not trying, trying. You got to break it down. White folks have so much trouble trying to get trying out. Took a whole lot of trying. Now, what's so difficult about that? Trying. So I'm telling you, if you want to have some fun, go to your nearest dearest friend that just happens to be Caucasian and ask them to sound that out for you. You listen, pack a lunch because you're gonna be there for a while. They cannot get that broken down properly. They keep saying trying. No, it's trying. Darn it. What is so hard about that? Whew. Anyway, so that's what I do for fun. Sometimes I try to try to get certain people to sound it out for me. Like I say, pack a lunch. All right, so let's move on. I got a sound bite I'm going to play for you. I did not watch this interview yet, and Lord knows I really want to because, you know, we all love Brother James Bryant. I'm sorry, James O'Brien. And although I would say about 95% of the time he gets it right, sometimes he kind of, sometimes he'll try your nerves, but for the most part, he gets it right. And I really appreciate that about him, especially challenging some of the things that he mentions and talks about and such on his radio show because he is surrounded by a sea of very conservative royalists and such. But in spite of that, he's carved out a niche for himself, and we all appreciate it. So
everything really same skill set. What I loved about working for American media, which was very different to over here in the UK, was it's pretty much standard in any newsroom. You do not pay for stories. There is no budget for paying for stories. You can pay for photographs. Right. You can pay for a photo shoot with a celebrity. That's a very different situation, but you can't pay for stories. I didn't know that. So everything, really since about 2006, I learned how to get stories without a penny ever being spent. No tip fees, nothing at all? Never. You just weren't allowed. It's against kind of ethical code. Wow. Because there's so much, it becomes questionable then. Like, a few big names in British showbiz journalism who never would have had a story. Well, exactly. and then it also makes you question how much of what's printed in British tabloids is just because a freelancer wanted to get, a cash grab that week. Of course.
Okay, so as you can see, and from time to time, I mentioned that the media here, especially the legacy media, is, hey, Big Mama, you watched it, huh? The legacy media here is very different from what you find in the UK, which is why I'm always saying I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I can't believe it because there's a certain standard that we're accustomed to that was interrupted by Fox News. I'll just say that. Things are not so great now because of Fox News. It has had a terrible impact on American television. But back in the 1940s, when television was new, um, the television stations were licensed by the government here in the United States. Our license is kind of different from what you have in the UK because I think with the BBC and such, you have to pay a licensing fee to have access to it or whatever. Well, ours is solely driven by commercials. And a lot of the television stations were opened up by companies like Sears, the WLS TV. WLS means world's largest store. It became an ABC, American Broadcasting Company affiliate. Um, so it was the local station that got a lot of feed from the national station, right? So part of the license, you had to agree to provide public information, a public format, public news. You had to provide news. And so for most of television, people actually would still buy papers, right? And the papers were sometimes, you know, how we watch television and Google, oh, that's interesting. And you Google the information, you might pause and Google and research. Well, back in the day, people used to listen to the radio or watch television and they still purchased the newspaper because the newspaper was a way to make sure that the story that you saw on television was legitimate. People would verify with their newspaper. And television stations or television, even the national news, they would quote newspapers and they still quote newspapers because it was assumed that the newspapers were a greater voice of authority. So that was the whole purpose of the news in the first place, was to, in the interest of public and to maintain your license, you had to provide that. Fast forward to the 1970s and then the 80s and the 90s, and the news became profitable. They really made big profits from the news. I mean, they always ran commercials and stuff, right? But now, of course, it's driven by the commercials. They won't talk about certain things not to offend the sponsors of today's show and all that kind of stuff. So, just a little background of why the news here is a little different from the news in the UK. Of course, cable television, when that came along back in the late 70s and early 80s, that really changed the landscape for media here. But still, there's a lot of traditions that persist. But okay, so if you're from another country and you've never heard that before, that was just my what do you call it? My idea of how what is what. So, okay, let's move on. And Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, is challenging the UK government's decision to provide him with less police protection when he comes back for a visit. Um, this was on CBS News. It's not a big enough story for my taste, but then again, I have to say, I don't know how much would be enough for me. But we're getting there. We're getting there. This is something that is not Archie skin color. This is about things that was written about in Spare and what Omid Scobie wrote about in the Endgame. So if we have more of this and less of Archie skin color, I promise you we will make some progress when it comes to the Sussexes and their security, and of course their future, because still we have this very combative British media that is persistently on their smear campaign for anything and everything. There's nothing too small that they won't try to smear the Sussexes. And one of the things I wasn't even going to talk about it because it's so petty, but now they're walking back this idea that Harry was not invited to that society wedding. They're walking that back. They're saying that Harry did receive an invitation and turned it down, not that they were refused an invitation. And it's such a petty, stupid gossip. I did not want to bother with it, but if you have been keeping up with that, you should know that now the tabloid media is walking that back. Um, I don't know if somebody's lawyer called. Oh, really? Said he had a soft spot for Harry, huh? Okay, okay. I'm gonna try to watch it tonight. Perhaps I will try to watch it. I do want to keep up with it, but yeah. So that was the latest thing that I seen about the whole wedding gate. Is that and still I haven't heard anyone say if, well, I guess they don't have to say if, because they have already, if it's true, they have already outed the what is he, the Duke of Westminster. They've already outed him as being Archie's godfather. That was supposed to be a secret at the time when Archie was Kristen, that is. They christened, I'm sorry, when Archie was christened, they were not going to reveal the name of the godmother or godfather to protect their privacy. And then we find out through the tabloid media that it is supposed to be the Duke of Windsor, one of the wealthiest men in the land, a childhood friend of wait a minute, is he a childhood friend? Because they were kind of old. Okay, well, Harry's in his 30s, and yeah, well, childhood friend of the brothers, Harry and what's his name. So yeah, they they're all in that aristocratic circle. And just in case you don't know, the Duke of Windsor has a huge financial portfolio that extends across several countries, and they have, I believe, it's 12 corporate offices in other countries, major cities, and also, what else is it? Oh, and they own a great deal of what we call Central London or Greater London. They own huge parts of that. At one time, I believe they even owned the land that the American Embassy, the old American Embassy, was built upon. They actually owned that. That was one of the few places in the world where the United States did not own the property. They were leasing the land. They built a building on leased land. Greetings to you, Desiree Dotson. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Yeah, Duke of Westminster. Oh, Duke of West. Did I say Windsor? Oh, Duke of Westminster. I'm sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, the Westminster part of London. Duke of Windsor. That was the uncle that abdicated. So yeah, Duke of Westminster. Very good. All right, thank you so much. All right, and the article, wait a minute, what magazine? Oh, that was the article that they had for the CBS News Online. That article, what I love about it, okay, I tell you what, I'm going to leave this photo here for a second, and I'm going to ask you, what do I love about this photo? What in the petty HE double hockey stick do I love about this photo? Tell me what I love about this photo. Anybody? What is it about this photo that bakes my noodle? It's not so much what's in the photo, It's what was cropped out of it. Yes, Rochelle Baudreau. They cut out Kitty. They cut out the kitty. No kitty. I was like, what? Where is she? Well, this was that occasion when Harry and Meghan came out on the balcony. And so I want to say the first couple times, or maybe it was just that one time before, that Meghan stood on the balcony, the Sussexes, actually Harry, as a rule, usually would stand in the back. He always stood behind his brother. And on this particular occasion, Kate was standing pretty much where Harry is right now. And William comes out and he's like winding up his thumb, like, get over. And she just looked. And then he did it again. I said, get over. So they slid over to the left. And Kate was not happy because she felt that she was supposed to be pretty much center and next to the Queen. But I don't know what happened on that occasion. Now, this was to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the RAF, the Royal Air Force. And that is why the brothers are decked out in their Air Force uniforms. And Charles as well, but Charles has all that stuff on there. And plus, with Charles and those childbearing hips, it barely resembles an Air Force uniform. It looks more like a maternity dress, but as Charles becomes older, he takes on more of the matronly type, and he's starting to get them childbearing hips. So it's like he's just kind of squat now. So anyway, he was such a fit, lean young man. It's hard to believe that he's wearing the same uniform that the two brothers are wearing, but it is true that those are the same uniforms. It's just his is kind of splayed out a bit. So Lydia Washington has some good news. Congratulations, Harlem girl, for passing the RN exam and her recent birthday. Proud of you, sis. Well, congratulations. So we have a new RN in the house. How cool is that? A new warrior on the front lines of healthcare. Now that is room for celebration, don't you think? So let's do it. Let's celebrate. Ready? Here goes. Well, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy. Girl, the Duchess of Sussex won. Meet me at the Royal Sussex party. Janelle's gonna be there. All right, Ivy out. You know what? I have not come down from my high yet. As you know, all right. Well, thank you very much for the super sticker. And again, congratulations to Harlem Girl. Very cool. All right. All right. So I'm all caught up. Very good. And let's continue. So let's get to the revenge. Somebody really is going to have to speak to Liz Jones, because she labors under this assumption that Kate somehow socked it to I guess Meghan and Harry or Omid Scobie. Kate wore the ultimate revenge dress for the diplomats night, for the diplomats last night, rather. Like Diana, like Diana, she sent a message to the world that she will not be cowed. I'm sorry, that was a pregnant pause. I'm trying to wrap my brain around this revenge. Okay, there's not a lot to unpack, but what there is, let's get started. So, we've seen that before. We've seen it before. That dull, somewhat flesh colored monstrosity, we've seen it before. It is a very elegant dress, very conservative, elegant, shiny sequin dress, right? It is beautiful. But where have we seen it before? Well, the Prince and Princess of Wales at Jordanian Royal Palace to celebrate the wedding of Jordan's Crown Prince Hussein bin Abdullah married Saudi architect, whatever her name was. So when it's a revenge dress, I think it is implied that it is something that dazzles, right? And am I wrong to say something that no one has seen you wear before? Is that asking too much? So, revenge of what? And revenge to whom? Where's the revenge? Because I don't see it. This is another one of those no frill costumes that she's worn in the past. Now, it should be noted as well. Take a look at that bottom left photo. Do you see how they're trying to seem close to one another? Do you all notice that? Almost like it looks like they're not wearing the seatbelts. But yeah, they are trying to look romantic, like they're, in other words, they've been listening to the Sussex Squad. That's what I'm saying. But they're trying to convey this idea that they really enjoy one another's company. And remember, they had their marching orders, get out there and sell it. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're trying to convince the world that there is no problems in their marriage, no ma'am, Pam. And also, they're trying to sell this story that the two royal households of Clarence House and Kensington Palace, that they are not warring with each other, that they are still very close. But yeah, that is the revenge dress. I don't see where the revenge is, but that's what they told us. And Liz Jones is trying to make the idea that Kate has sought and received her revenge or whatever. Yeah, that's what we're supposed to take from that. Lydia, uh, Evacus, thank you. Is it Avacus? Thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being here tonight on Royal Sussex. Or good morning to you. Good night or good morning, whichever applies. But thank you so much. Oh, you're quite welcome. You're quite welcome. And congratulations again. Right, Connie Bomber. That's revenge. That is revenge. I think the only person who's gotten revenge is her stylist, but I digress. Now, we all know that that occasion when she, wait a minute. Yeah, was that the dress she wore on that occasion? You know which one I'm talking about, right? Let me see here. Oh man, what was that called? I'm trying to remember. Hmm. Oh, you know I got a video. You know I got a video. Let's see. Nope. 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 Okay, let me try this. William. Oh man. Let me see here. I don't remember the name of the video. Is this it? Crown? Nope, that's Crown. Oh, that's the one for Crown Princess Victoria. Oh, I know what it is. Kate something. Kate. Uh, nope, that's not it. Oh, well. No matter. I just shared it not too long ago, but can't remember what it was. Nope, that's not it. Wedding, William. Let me see. William refused to shake hands. Okay, pass. Okay. Let's keep going. But all right, so this, let me just say, this is revenge. Now, I made a video some time ago about revenge dressing, and that was like one of your favorite videos. It all happened about, let me see, it was March of 2020. And this is when the Sussexes, they had made the announcement that they were stepping back from official royal duty. So that night, Shamir Hussein, is that his name? The photographer? He had a prime position to capture the Sussexes on what would be one of their last official engagements as members, senior members of the royal family. And so let me set it up for you. The night is dark, there are people cheering, and the raindrops were falling like diamonds. And slowly, they emerged from the backdrop of those headlights and floodlights. And one of the most iconic photos in the history of the royal family. Boom! There you go. That is the photo. This is like one of the best photos, not just for Harry and Meghan, but for the entire royal family. That is one of the best photos. And on several occasions, they have tried to sell this idea that Will and Kate are trying to emulate the Sussexes, or they are channeling or whatever the Sussexes. But still, there's only one original. And one of the problems with Will and Kate is that when they have tried on occasion to do this, they just can't seem to sort it out. They have two umbrellas, or William keeps the umbrella to himself. I mean, it's so clumsy, right? And yet there are the Sussexes so in tune with one another. It's almost like they're just one entity. That's it. So in tune with one another. But that is how it happened. They were going to that engagement. I think it was for was it Invictus? I know it was something to do with Invictus. And they met David Wiseman was there that night. So there you go. And look at how beautiful Meghan looks there. Look at how beautiful she looks. Whose hair is as manageable as that in that type of humidity? Why, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. That's who. Okay. And there and there. Huh. Sweet revenge. Leg says they are the antithesis to Meghan, who wears simplistic fashions and let her shine glow. They wear tiaras, sashes, and sparkly clothes to try to shine. Amen. Now, what does antithesis mean? What does antithesis mean, Legs? Why are you pulling this on me at this hour? Did you know I didn't have my teeth in? Is that what's happening? You had a feeling I didn't have my teeth in, so you threw that word out there. What's wrong with you? And in front of company, no less. And sis. Let me hold on. Let me put my teeth in and see if I could do that. Hold on. Cause you playing too much. Antithesis. Nope, that's not working. Antithesis. Antithesis. Wait, antith. Ah, I see it. There's a tit in there. Antithesis. Antithesis. Okay, whatever. Anyway, don't worry. I'll get you back. I'll get you back at a time and place of my choosing. I will get you back. Same flavor, same flavor. I'll get you back. Okay, anyway, that word the leg said, that's what was happening, I guess. Um, maybe I should have put the bottom ones in too. Yeah, it's been built up too much. Okay, so but again, now this is one of those dresses from Posh Spice, Victoria Beckham. That's a Victoria Beckham dress. That is the amblithesis of a Victoria Beckham dress. That's the of that. So okay, moving on. Now that my computer is wet, let us move on. Oh, and this is revenge. Remember, I said I had a lot of slides. Well, this is why I have so many slides, because when I saw revenge dress, I said, wait a cotton picking minute. Yeah, I was like, remember when Dave Chappelle did what was it, Uncle Ben? Now wait a cotton picking minute. I was like, now wait a cotton picking minute. So anyway, this is also revenge. Now we all know when Meghan wears a cape, she means business. Meghan has worn many a cape. That is her go-to trademark look is the cape, and this is yet another one of those fantastic capes. That's what I call revenge. That's what I call revenge. And how about that? That is my favorite, where she looks over at the bank of cameras like, hey, y'all, we out of here. She look over at them cameras like, we out of here. All right, y'all, we out of here. Okay, we up. We up. I mean, she has pointed those shoes. She got that cape fluttering. And as you all know, Harry coordinated the look with his necktie, which I believe have a blend of light blue and green threads woven into it. And of course, this is leaving Westminster Abbey. And these, I believe those were computer generated. Anyway, but I think it does a great job of celebrating the moment. Yes, just like mahogany, I have conquered the fashion world and I'm out of here. I'm going back to America. Is that what Diana Ross did in mahogany? After conquering the fashion world, she took her belongings and went back to America. And of course, that was when Billy D. Williams met up with her again. Huh? Check out Harry. Check out Harry. Notice that the lining of his suit matches her dress. That was the first time I'd ever seen that. But they are coordinated to a T. The lining of her suit, of his suit, coordinates with her dress. And of course, that is something that the Wessexes copied later on, but we saw the first time when Meghan wore it. Now, We're not done with the revenge yet. Check this one out. Huh? The Sophia dress, right? That's revenge. Meghan ate it up, y'all. Meghan ate it up. She showed them a thing or two. She showed them. And once again, they are coordinating. They're coordinating. You never see royal couples do that. This was a first with the Sussexes. It is quite deliberate and quite elegant. And yes, that is the famous red cape dress. And we have seen that cape dress on red carpets time and time again. As it was described, it is the same color as the carpets of Buckingham Palace. Huh? I mean, how cool is that? She is coordinated with all of those military officers in their evening red coats and stuff. So very, very cool. Matter of fact, let me see. I'll see if I can grab that particular video. That one is not hard to find. Or is it? Don't know until I start looking for it, right? Ha, there we go. I'm not going to play the whole video, just part of it. A dress is never just a dress when you're a woman in the British royal family. Sometimes it's sartorial diplomacy, like Kate Middleton wearing Ireland's signature emerald green while sipping a Guinness in Belfast last week, or Meghan Markle choosing Australian designers like Karen G and Martin Grant for her 2018 royal tour robe. Other times it's for function. Queen Elizabeth is known to wear monochromatic Easter egg shades, so her subjects can see her in a dense crowd. But the royals are also experts in the exquisite art of revenge dressing, showing up to an event looking like pure fire, in an outfit so stunning and show-stopping, it elicits instant regret from any opposing party. Revenge dressing hinges on looking so good. It hurts anyone who dared to doubt you. See Brad Pitt stopping time when he arrived at the recent Golden Globes in a Brioni tux and Ray-Bans, like a modern-day Cary Grant. The sheer Alexander Wang catsuit Bella Hadid wore to the Met Gala after splitting from The Weeknd in 2017. But no one quite pulls off the practice like the royals, who seldom grant interviews or otherwise speak in public, and rely on their clothes to send secret or not-so-secret messages. Over the past few days, Meghan's spate of bright, body-hugging, almost achingly glamorous looks during her and Harry's proverbial farewell tour are a masterclass in revenge dressing, except instead of an ex-boyfriend, the entity that should be sad to lose her is the British monarchy. Not since Princess Diana emerged in an iconic black, off-the-shoulder Christina Stambolian cocktail dress and pearl choker on the very same day in June 1994 when her ex-husband Prince Charles admitted on national television he'd cheated on her. Okay, so didn't want to play the whole thing, but if you haven't seen that, I would suggest you check it out. It is, what is it called? Revenge dressing or something like that? Let me grab the link for that. Could have been doing that already, right? I didn't think about it. Okay, I'm going to do it now. Revenge dress. Royal Sussex. Huh, that was easy. I got it. I'll give you this link for sure because I actually did a remake of that video as my skills of editing have improved. So has the videos. And so at some point I went back and did a few of them over again. So I will give you that right now for your consideration in case you choose to go back and look at it. Okay. Okay, so there's the link on the screen. And I'm going to replace the other pin, and there we go. Done and dusted. Okay, so there was legs. Was this the last one? I think. Yes. Let me see here. Leg says, oh no, that's that word. Ooh, let me get away from that one. That one almost made me bite my tongue. Here we go. In each pick, they are in step with one another. Yes, amen to that. That is something that people always say, is that they have this incredible connection. Hey, a pedal of facts and 2 cents. I am super, super flattered that you are here. You know that. You know that. I was listening to you earlier. I didn't get a chance to watch the entire thing, but it was said that you it was a nice compliment somebody gave you about the way you break stuff down. I'm like, yes, there you go. Always glad to know that other people see that too. So good for you. Thank you so much for everything that you do. And then take a look there. There is the Sussexes as they were, making their way into it is the Royal Albert Hall, right? I think they were at the Royal Albert Hall. But yeah, that was the last engagement they had before they went to Westminster Abbey, and then they were done. No more official royal engagements. So Meghan socked it to them with 3 exciting looks. There was actually 1 or 2 more outfits that she wore. She went to that school, remember? She went to that school where the guy says how beautiful she is. One of the students was was telling, what is that he said? She's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, so that also happened that week. And there you go. I took it upon myself to, what do they call that? Color block. I eliminated everything but the outfits, not even the shoes or the hat. Well, not the outfit, but every dress. I eliminated the color on all but the dress. And thank you, Pedo. So happy to catch up your live. Very cool. I know you work a lot. So you guys, Pedo works incredibly hard away from her channel and on her channel. I don't know how she does it. If I had to do 2 different things, I would implode. So I admire that. That is quite a strength. But yeah, so I eliminated all of the color, leaving only the dress. And there you go. There's the red. So yeah, as you can see, not even the shoes were included, but it gives you a chance to really see the outfit against that backdrop. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. Okay. Oh, no, wait, that won't work. Hold on, you guys. Give me a second here. So there we go. Now, here is the link for Pedo's channel. You guys make sure you go over there and subscribe. I just put the link at the top of the chat. That is Facts and 2 Cents. Facts and 2 Cents. You will be so impressed at the way Pedo brings all the facts and figures and all the data together. It is fire and music, as they say in All About Eve. It's like fire and music. So don't forget to go over there and subscribe lickety split. All right. You know what? Let me close a couple of these windows or screens. I got so many screens open. Just let me close a couple of these before something goes wacky. Got too much going here. I think I had like 10 different screens open, so I'm just shutting down a few of them before something freezes. Okay, I'm good. All right, thank you all for your patience. Now, here, of course, is the three outfits. I forget who made the green one, then the Victoria Beckham, and the red one is the Sophia. But yeah, and this, of course, as Meghan, well, Archie was born the May before, so Archie had to be what, maybe 10 months, maybe 10 months old. So yeah, Megan is carrying just a little bit of that baby weight. It looks so good on her. It looks so good on her. She's so thick. But yeah, it looks so good on her. Now, revenge is a dish best served cold. And I'm here to tell you that dress is not off the boil, it is at the freezing point. It is dull. She's not excited wearing it. You can see that from the look on her face. Nothing about that dress says, "Oh, I'm causing it," because she wore it already. It's a nice dress. I mean, it's got some nice pointy shoulders, and thank goodness is covering up her. Oh, Amelia Wickstead, thank you so much. That green dress, the green cape dress is Amelia Wickstead. So thank you so much, Leslie F. But yeah, and of course, that is one of Diana's favorite tiaras. It is called the Lover's Knot tiara. Yeah. As you can see in the very fine detail between those standalone diamonds at the top that go around the entire tiara, just between each one of the spikes with the little ball on top, you can see there is a knot that is called the Lover's Knot tiara. So, Lover's Knot, not Knot, but Not, not, because she and William are not in love. So, to the rest of the world, they're trying to convey their loving romantic relationship, but it's not that knot, it's the other knot, as in not in love with each other. So, it is a hidden meaning. And that's why she's not smiling, because on the outside, she's trying to convince the world that her marriage is one for the ages. But the truth is, y'all in trouble, boo. Y'all in trouble. Not lovers. Lovers not. Lovers not. Oh man. Once this starts making sense, once you could read between the lines and you can see what they're trying to do, and of course that gives the media a chance to say, "Oh, she was wearing the Lover's Knot tiara." Uh-huh. Yeah, not that knot, but the other knot. Not in love. So, nice try though. Nice try. And next, there you go. Again, that's revenge. So, this is the dress that I first heard the term revenge dress. This is it. Charles was doing his interview and he thought everybody was going to pay attention. And this was before the internet. This was before the internet. I think that we were still using AOL and trying to get into the World Wide Web using our AT&T phone lines. Well, still, instead of people talking about Charles' interview, this was the talk of the town. Was the Princess of Wales, the People's Princess, just oozing glamour, as they say, like a rare bird with that little sweep of fabric fluttering. So, and of course, you can kind of see the parallel, can't you? I mean, the cape dress, and then of course, I don't know what you call that little piece hanging off there. Let's see. YM Droid says, "Revenge on everyone who said Kate couldn't pull off the 20th century Downton Abbey realness. work that colonial unflavored sheet, girl. Thank you, YM Droid. And see, there's another hidden meaning. Downton Abbey, or uh, okay, I was gonna try to find something clever to add to that, but I can't. Doubting, like I'm doubting that that's well. Anyway, let me stop. That went over my head. That went over my head. That one don't work. It don't fit. But thank you for that. So all for one, and one for all for one. The Royals unite for Palace Ball. So again, we are supposed to believe that this is like some show of force. They want the world to know that they are in it to win it, and that there's no trouble in paradise for Will and Kate and all that. Yeah, that's what they said. So that shine dress that Kate is wearing, and if you guys understand what shine is, you know what I'm trying to say. Shine is that online place where you could order all of those clothes, the disposable fashion as they call it. Um, it is like it's where polyester went to die. Everything there is either polyester blend or straight up polyester. It's hard to find any natural fibers at Shine. But I tell you what, it's one of the places where you can load up on some clothes cheap, cheap, cheap. And that looks like one of those outfits that you order from Shine. And then when it gets there, it doesn't quite look like what they were trying to sell in the ad or whatever. That looks like she bought it from Shine. How do you spell that? Shein Shine? But yeah, I've ordered from Shine before. They're a bargain. That's all I can say is they're a bargain. When you buy from Shine, if you buy 20 articles of clothing, maybe about 5 of them will exceed your expectation. But the rest of them, off to the Goodwill with you. Yeah. Um, Shein. Is that how you pronounce it? Shein? Or oh, you're saying that for Kate. Shein. Shein, y'all. Shein. Oh, you don't understand. Are you talking about the let me see, who said that? I don't understand why they mentioned Harry. I don't know what that has to do with, but okay. All right. And next. Now, you all, they're trying to convince us. Touching moment, Queen Camilla comforts tearful victim of domestic violence who had been brought to the UK through a forced marriage as she visits a woman's refuge. Now, is that what's happening here? Or is that poor young lady actually face to face with the queen consort for the first time? Is that why she's covering her eyes? Is that why she's holding her face in despair? Because nobody told her that the queen consort was going to come and visit her? Does she even know what a queen consort is? For all of the pain and suffering she's been through, you would think they would give this poor girl a break. But no, instead of giving her a break, they gave her Camilla. And why would anybody turn to Camilla, someone who, along with Charles, arguably was abusive to the mother of the future king? someone whose psychological games that she tormented poor Princess Diana is one of the reasons why she's not here. Why would anybody let her within a mile of a women's shelter, a refuge at that? Why? That's the last person who should be trying to. I mean, look at her. And she is literally manhandling this poor girl. Look at that grip she got on that poor girl's arm. I mean, she just left. She just left a bad situation, and now she has this very singular looking woman, to put it mildly. She has this very singular looking woman manhandling her at the refuge. She goes there looking for help, and Camilla then put the kung fu grip on her. Look at how she digging her nails into her forearm. You see that? Is this help or hindrance? I'm not sure. But if this is their idea of help, I'm glad she's not there. And see, you all, I've mentioned this before. You really have to, I put it to you like this: if you take something to steady your nerves, if there's something that you can use to steady your nerves, people ought to give you fair warning before they, plop you down next to Camilla or seat her next to you. They really ought to warn people. And I've seen this happen before where somebody goes to one of these places looking for help. And next thing you know,
Yeah. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming.
There you are. So you really Mountain here?
Yeah, I am.
Yes. Great family. So how long? So how long?
look at her face, y'all. Look at her face. That woman did not know that she had to sit next to Camilla. She probably didn't know she was going to be on TV, let alone that she had to sit next and hear Camilla all leaning over her and breathing on her.
So how long?
I promise you, her eyes say it all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming.
There you are. So you really Mountain here?
Yeah, I am.
Yes. Great family. So how long?
Her eyes is saying, when I get into work tomorrow, I'm gonna kick somebody's, you know what? Ooh, she hot. Boy, she mad. Leg says, not supposed to look at the Ark of the Covenant. That's what they say. You're not supposed to stare directly at the Ark of the Covenant. Otherwise, it's going to turn you into a pillar of salt or something. Absolutely. Woo! Oh, you all, I told you I was in a messy mood tonight. I can see I'm not the only one. Not supposed to look at the Ark of the Covenant. But yeah, and look, this it just in case, just in case you are unable to accept the gravity of the situation, just in case you're not picking up what I'm putting down, this lady did not know that when she fled to the United Kingdom in search of refuge, she had no idea that this is what was waiting on the other side of the shores of Dover, the white cliffs of Dover. Having beat insurmountable odds to reach continental Europe and then make your way across the English Channel, uh, uh, riding in rail cars and um, hiding in the back of a lorry, crossing the Mediterranean in some broken down barnacle barge. You find yourself all the way over to the United Kingdom, and you're at a shelter in search of refuge. And next thing you know, Camilla. She survived all of that just to have them roll out Camilla. And Camilla's like, look at me. Look at me. This bloody girl, look at me. I'm a senior royal. Look at me. I said, look at me. And you know, I haven't seen the video, but I got a feeling she was shaking this girl like a rag doll. I haven't seen the video, but I wouldn't be surprised if this girl's arm was nearly detached. But that's a long way to go. That's a long way to go. And that's a lot to survive just to find yourself face to face with Camilla. Remember that poor little girl at the remember when Charles and Camilla, I think they were in was it Northern Ireland, and that little girl kept trying to hide from Camilla. Remember that? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, Camilla, Medusa, hold my purse and take a seat. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Sorry about that, you guys. I made a sprint to go and get some orange juice. But you think so? I think it's just the light. I think it's just the light. Yeah, it's probably just the light. Anyway, hello, Senior Royal here. Hello, I said Senior Royal here. Hello, Senior Royal. I said Senior Royal here. Hello, Senior Royal. Oh, I am hurting my throat doing that. But hello, love. You know, when Camilla's not on camera, she doesn't sound as posh as she sounds when she's on camera. When she's not on the camera, she almost has that kind of cockney. "Here, ducky. What might you be up to, ducky? Here. Here. What's up with you, love? Here, ducky." She 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 doesn't sound so posh when the cameras are gone. Ladies and gentlemen, Ernest Borgnine and his twin sister Ernestine Borgnine. Do you see the resemblance? Do you see the resemblance? It's us there. I'm telling you, at a glance, I couldn't tell one from the other. So here's a few select photos of Ernest Borgnine early in his career, before he passed away, of course. But yeah, it's almost like they come from the same egg, like the egg split open and twins were born, and one became the queen consort, the other a distinguished actor. Now, take a look at this. We're gonna change the thing here. Let me see. Okay. Says here, this man was a teacher for 40 years. In 1974, Dale Irby, a gym teacher in Dallas, realized he had worn the same outfit as the previous year on picture day and decided to simply go with it after Kathy, his wife, dared him to. So here you go. So here you got 40 years with the same outfit until Dale's eventual retirement in 2013. How cool is that? For 40 years, he has aged right before our eyes, wearing the same sweater vest or crew neck, V-neck sweater vest. And yeah, pretty cool. Same everything. It just looked like he gradually began to swell. But otherwise, the same Dale Irby. And there it is, a bit worse for wear. Same butterfly collar shirt, probably from Sears Roebucks. And then there is the vest. Seems as though the moths have been eating away at it. But either that or maybe he didn't retire. Maybe they shot at him before he can get out of school. Yeah, maybe those are. It's not that the sweater vest is degrading. By 2013, the school got kind of rough. Those are actually entry wounds on his sweater. So that's probably why he left. I mean, after all, it's Texas. Don't everybody carry a gun? So yeah, he didn't leave the school. They drove him out of there. Poor guy. Anyway, whatever happened, he's survived it. And but yeah, I thought that was a cool story. Dallas Morning News reports that Dale Irby, a physical education in Richardson, Texas, who retired this year, managed the feat of wearing the same outfit for his school pictures 40 years in a row. Irby initially donned a polyester shirt and light brown sweater vest for his photo as a first year teacher in 1973. The next year, the gym teacher, who didn't own much in the way of dress clothes, wore the ensemble again. He told the Dallas Morning News, "I was so embarrassed when I got to the school pictures back that second year and realized I had worn the very same thing as the first year." Still, I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. Wait, let me take a look. Yes, he still got those old wire hangers. Those are not the Dollar Tree hangers, are they? He still got those same wire hangers. Kay Costello, hi Baron and squad. Thought I'd drop in some Sussex love before I crash in Cali, but feeling East Coast time, catching replay like usual, and good night. Well, thank you, Kay Costello. And 27 months membership? 27 months. Are you flipping kidding me? Oh, by the way, you guys, excuse me. You all should know that Royal Sussex is, oh, wait. We're almost at 27. I'm sorry, 27. We're almost at 47,000 subscribers. 47K. I mean, just like probably 10 subscribers away from it. 47K. Can you believe it? Every month is like another 1,000 subscribers. So looking forward to that. Oh, by the way, speaking of looking forward, Pedo is scheduled for 12:30 p.m. Central Time. So that's 11:30 on the East Coast. And I believe about, 5:30 in the afternoon in the UK. So maybe 2:30 p.m. for Connie Balmer. Yeah, so you got that to look forward to. But yeah, Royal Sussex is chugging along, and we are nearly a whopping 40,000 subscribers. Actually, we just need 11 to be 47,000. So if you have not subscribed, please make sure you do. Go ahead and subscribe so we can cross over that boundary and make it over to 47K. All right. Go ahead. If you are not subscribed, please do. I'm going to be monitoring for the rest of this Royal Sussex to see if we cross over to that magic number, 47K. Oh, wait. What am I doing here? Okay, shouldn't do that. Oh, I know what I need to do. Never mind, I got it. So yes, if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe so we can reach 47K before I say good night or good morning. Oh, we got 10 more to go. It's 46,990. Okay, can we get 992? 46,992. Come on, subscribe, you guys. We are looking for subscribers. If you're watching on television, go find your celly or whatever and hit that subscription. Okay, so let me get back to work here. Okay. Oh, I have this for you. This is, I just got this before I went on, and I'm going to share it with you. Now, I had to, shall we say, take a couple of words out. I never heard of this guy before in my life, but apparently he's a hockey player. And this is another classic case of the palace and the tabloid media doing the most, trying to vet our Duchess as though she's some commoner or something like that. Meghan has always been royal. She was regal from birth. Anyway, let me play it for you.
This Meghan Markle story I heard about.
Suits was one of my.
Oh, actually, you know what? I got to do it like that. Sorry, you guys, but I have to do it like that. Got to keep that up. Oh, which means, yeah, I don't think I can play it like that. Don't want to get in trouble. So let me do it another way. Can't play it like that. So, okay. I know what I got to do. Give me a second. Well, I'm glad I caught myself. I'm glad I caught myself. Let me see here. That was close. That was too close for comfort. Yes, I'll only be able to use the slide. It's safer that way. Because they be tripping. They be tripping.
Suits was one of my.
What's this Meghan Markle story I heard about?
Suits was one of my favorite shows. Lewis on the show, Rick Hoffman. He was a big Rangers fan. We kind of went out for a couple times. And through these times, Meghan was around with them, co-stars on the show. And she was married at the time. We had a picture of us together where I think it was the three of us were out. I believe it was Soho House in Toronto. We had a drink before dinner. Fast forward, she's now engaged to the prince, and headlines are blowing up. Everyone's digging into her past dating history, who she knows. I started getting calls. We're friends. I was friends with her through Rick. The British press is getting access to my mom's cell phone, asking, "Hey, did your son and Meghan Markle have relations?" My mom's like, what is going on? We're in Vancouver. We don't have a practice room. The odd time there's something going on at the arena, we would practice at UBC. I'm walking out. Sure enough, this guy sprints over at me in his accent. "Did you have relations with Meghan Markle?" I'm like, is this guy? What this guy asked me? And sure enough, 4 cars in the background, and there's numerous cameras taking pictures and video of me. The paparazzi's back there asking, what's going on right now? I sprint to my car. A bunch of the boys come over. They call me after. Like, what is going on? I'm like, I don't know. Apparently I dated or was married to Meghan Markle. So that was a rude awakening for me. You got to be careful with who you're friends with and what pictures you post out there, because nothing ever happened. But the paparazzi somehow found me and my mom.
Rory McIlroy was hanging out with her too, I think.
Apparently, you never know the real story though. Who knows?
No, you never do. Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'm just reading this British press.
Okay, so they were talking kind of fast, but this guy is a hockey player, right? And he said, apparently I dated her, but he's being sarcastic. They never dated. They were friends. Excuse me. They were part of a group of friends. And of course, in Toronto or in Greater Canada, people is in some respects, I suppose it's like a small town when it comes to celebrities and athletes and celebrity chefs and whatever. People who are of a certain income level, they tend to know one another. And so this is just another case of somebody else that Meghan was friends with, but they were not dating. But the tabloid media would not take no for an answer. And they stalked him. They got hold of his mother's cell phone. You don't call my mama's cell phone. Somebody called his mama's cell phone and asked his mother if they were dating. You don't do that. They don't care. So take a look here. His name is Michael Del Zotto. It says here, Michael Del Zotto had a British paparazzi stalking him because they thought he dated Meghan Markle. Well, there's the photo of the two of them together. And by the way, this guy has fantastic hair. There's the photo of the two of them together. And let me show you how clever the tabloids can be. So there's Meghan on the right. There's Michael on the left. And in the center, you see this very cozy looking photo, right? Wrong. Let me show you the real photo. That's the photo right there. This is the photo. Now, let them tell it. Let them tell it. This is a very cozy couple, but that's because they deliberately trimmed the photo so you can't see the photo in its entirety. There's her co-star from Suits on her right side. They are hanging out at Soho House or whatever that place is, and they were trying desperately to find some kind of romantic connection here and romantic connection there. And so just because this guy has this wall of hair, this forest of deep, dark hair, just because he has that beautiful, beautiful Bavarian forest of hair and that fit, trim, buffed, healthy body, it doesn't mean that they were dating. I mean, sure, he's got those dark, smoldering Southern European looks, but that doesn't mean they're dating. That just means that he's a hockey player and he's famous, and they happen to be at Soho House with a group of other people. But, you know, if you have two attractive people, Meghan and this Michael person, then it makes for good copy. So they had to run with the story, even if they know it's not true. I mean, sure, maybe he's hurled the Stanley Cup over his buffed, fit, washboard, ab, lean, healthy, buff torso body and over that jet black Bavarian forest hair. So what? Who hasn't done that? Who hasn't done that, right? Just the other day, I lifted up a mop pail over my head, over my, okay, so my body didn't look like that, but I lifted a mop pail over my head and stood there like I was all that. Who hasn't done that? So who hasn't done that? Huh? Everybody does that at some point. But yeah, so that's it. Just because they're two attractive people that occupied the same space with another person doesn't mean that you're free to crimp the photo and crop it and try to make some case out of it. Rory McElroy, is it McLaurin? Whatever it is, whatever that is, a Canadian hockey star and Top Chef. New book looks into Meghan Markle's rumored past romances before she met Prince Harry. So this was an article from the Daily Mail back in April of 2018. The girl is getting married and still they're trying to build this case. Meghan Markle ended her marriage to film producer Trevor Eggleston in 2013. Actress struck up a friendship with Canadian ice hockey star Michael Del Zotto in 2014. She took part in Ice Bucket Challenge with Irish golfer Rory McIlroy. The last romance before Prince Harry was with chef Corey Vitolo in Toronto. 36-year-old former Suits actress denied romance with McGroyle and Del Zotto. That's because there wasn't one. She don't roll like that. But because she's a woman of color, because she's attractive, and because this guy managed to lift the Heisman Trophy over his washboard abs and those gigantic triceps and biceps and deep olive rich skin, just because Just because he managed to do that doesn't mean that there was some kind of romantic link. Gosh, get a room, you guys. Get your minds out the gutter. Just because two attractive people are in the same space doesn't mean that something's about to happen. They watch too many dirty movies. Now get over it. Anyway, he's apparently a good hockey player, and Meghan is a hockey fan, so she probably knows a lot of people in the hockey community, as evident by that you know, what do you call it? That thing they went to the other day. And then, of course, they did the same thing here. UK tabloids offered Simon Rex 70,000 K to claim he had slept with Markle, whom he appeared in the sitcom Cuts. Their off-screen interaction never got further than one platonic lunch. I was broke, as you know what. I really needed the money, but I'll be on food stamps before I do that. They offered him $70,000. They just kept adding more and more money to try to solicit the favorable response that they wanted, that, oh yeah, we got down. Well, nothing happened. As a matter of fact, he said that his breath was smelling of garlic, and he pretty much insinuated in one of the interviews where he spoke about it, he said, you know, I don't blame her for getting the heck out of there. But but it just goes to show, if there are so many people that Meghan has worked with in the past, so many people that she's had interaction with in the past, that they are incredibly protective of her reputation and will not lie for profit, even though there's all of this money being offered. And imagine how much money that they were offering until they stopped offering money to people. They have tried to lure her ex-husband in. They have tried to go to old school chums and everything. None of it worked. There was no there. So they need to cease and desist. Now, did you guys know it's been a year? I mentioned that earlier. Prince Harry and Meghan vow this is the beginning and talk of sweeping down walls of oppression as they receive award at New York Gala for fighting racism, hours before their explosive Netflix docuseries release. So Meghan ate it up. She caused it that night. As you can see, I call it a tuxedo dress. I mean, I know it's not, but I think it's kind of like has that kind of tuxedo look to it. But either way, beautiful dress. And she emerged from the car on that damp, kind of rainy fall night, looking like $1 million. That smile, that glow, look at that. And I remember just snatching photo after photo after photo because I wanted to relive it again and again and again. Very minimal makeup, just a discreet amount of eyeshadow and rather nude, very subtle lipstick, fresh, clean look. And Harry just as pleased as punch. That was a great night. I remember all the photos were everywhere. Huh? Now that's how a lady steps out of the car. You don't lift your ankle up and tuck it behind your neck like that other princess. You don't step out of the car and kick like one of the Radio City Music Hall Rockettes. You just gently step out of the car, not showing too much, maintaining your dignity and respectability. You don't jump out of the car wearing a red cape and a mini skirt and kicking your legs up like some type of burlesque dancer. That ain't how you get out of a car. You know, if you're a princess, if you're a royal princess, you are supposed to uphold the dignity of your position. You ain't supposed to spin in your seat and tuck your leg behind your buttocks and kick your other leg up in the air and then jump out the car. That ain't how you do it. You're supposed to swivel your body and turn ever so gently, stepping safely onto the running board and then down to the pavement, like Meghan's doing. There's no need to throw all your business out there. I mean, there's children watching. If you get out the car and it requires a PG-17 or PG-13 rating, then you're doing too much. If exiting a vehicle requires a PG-13 rating, then you really need to check yourself. That's all I'm saying. That's right, TMCD. It's proper etiquette. It's proper etiquette, not a burlesque show. I gotta stop. You know, my face is hurting. I gotta stop. Give me a second. My face hurts. Okay. Whew, got that out my system. And of course, I think Harry said it was like date night or something like that. I think he said it was just like a date night for them. But either way, it was pretty cool. Let me see if I can load that video now that I'm thinking about it. I wasn't going to do it before, but.
Are you excited for tonight? Where's your dress from? Winning. Congrats on your award. Are you excited for tonight? Where's your dress from? Winning. Congrats on your award. Are you excited?
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to load that really fast and share it with you. Kind of an afterthought, but it won't take me but a moment. Again, you guys, make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscription. Oh, we just need 8 more subscribers to make it to 47,000. 8 more subscribers. 8 more subscribers, and we'll be at 47K. Don't let me down, you guys. 8 more subscribers for 47K. Just 8 more. Oh, wow, that was fast. Okay, so I'm going to share that video where they're walking. I guess this is a red carpet. Okay. All right, so there's the video. Let me see how that looks. Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. All right, so I do this. And then that. Then I move this over there. And voila.
Are you excited for tonight? Where's your dress from? Winning. Congrats on your award. Are you excited for tonight? Where's your dress from? Winning. Congrats on your award.
All right, very cool. Yeah, very short, very short. Look at that. Look at how beautiful her skin is. Beautiful. Radiant. Kissed by the California sun. Moisturized. See how ladylike that is? You swivel, you step onto the running board of that gigantic SUV, and then down to the pavement. No kicks, no, I'm trying not to say spread eagle. No kicks and no wide angle shots and all that kind of stuff. Yes, thank you. Elegance, elegance. Very ladylike. Date night, date night. Anytime they go someplace, it's like a date night. And of course, there is Carrie Kennedy. She is the chairman or whatever of the Ripple of Hope Award, dedicated to her father, Robert F. Kennedy, who was the Attorney General of the United States under her uncle, John F. Kennedy. And of course, Carrie is rocking the Mini. Looking good, Carrie, looking good. She still got it. Huh? Look at how beautiful they look, right? And poor downtrodden Kate. Y'all know they went to Boston. It was supposed to be the Super Bowl of events. That was going to be like a Super Bowl. Apparently, the courtier who came up with the idea that it was going to compare to the Super Bowl either doesn't know much about America or doesn't know anything about the Super Bowl, or both. But Kate, in the name of environmental friendliness, rented that dress. And the green carpet was actually flown via a jet, which emits carbon emissions, was flown all the way to Boston because it wouldn't have been cheaper to buy carpet there and then donate it after the fact. They decided that dingy green carpet, which didn't look like nothing when it was over there, was brought over here so that they can say, well, instead of buying a new carpet, we actually flew this one all the way to Boston for the Super Bowl of environmental events. And then, of course, the very curious, and I promise you guys, I did not do anything to these photos. I haven't touched them. That is the look that she was rocking that night. It is. I have not touched these photos, but William, as you can see, can barely contain himself. And even though this event is supposed to showcase concern about the environment and the planet, you see that guy standing behind William in the tuxedo? That is David Beckham. He was in the Middle East until they chartered a jet for him to fly privately from the Middle East to go to Boston so that they can have this award show for the Earth shot. Well, David Beckham was there, but guess who was not at this function? The recipients of the Earthshot Prize were not invited. They streamed via Zoom. They had to stream to make their appearance at the occasion. In the name of environmental consciousness, they were told to stay home, but they flew in celebrities from here, there, and everywhere and had them come, the few people they could manage to get. Of course, they were paid to be there. They didn't just show up because they care. They showed up because they were paid. David Beckham was paid. Chloe and her sister were paid. Everybody was paid. The only people that didn't get paid were the recipients. They had to wait for their money. They couldn't fly them there, right? They actually had a function later on at Buckingham Palace, which, what difference does it make? You could have flown them to Boston and given them the money real time, or you could fly them to Buckingham Palace later. But you know what? It didn't matter because there were so many complaints because of the interruption to their programming of them trying to push this Earth flop. They said most viewers switched it off about 5 minutes into the broadcast. They switched it off. And I don't know why is it that Kate seemed to think that green is her color, but she keeps wearing green as though she's channeling the Jolly Green Giant. She just keeps wearing green. And if I was a body language expert, I would say that the wringing of her hands, that is self-soothing. That's what she's doing. She's self-soothing because she's anxious and nervous and very skittish when she makes a public appearance. And so she tends to do that. The only time that she doesn't do that is when she carries a clutch. And she actually keeps the clutch in front of her when she's standing still. They call that a block. It's a nervous tick. They call it the blocking mechanism. So, yeah, she's got a few nervous ticks going for herself. But I promise you, I didn't do anything to these photos. Just like, remember I told you when she walks, she tends to lead with the back of her hands. You see what I mean? She always does that when she's walking. I don't know what they call that in body language, but she tends to face the back of her. She tends to face the back of her hands forward when she walks. I don't know what they call that, but she tends to face the back of her hands forward when she walks. I'm sure that there's something that they say about that in body language, but I don't know what it is. But when she walks, the back of her hands face forward. When she stands still, she starts wringing her hands. So that is Her Serene Highness, the future Queen Consort, the savior of the royal family's secret weapon. Without her, the royal family would be lost. And it's a good thing they got her. Doesn't say much for the rest of the family, but it's a good thing that they have her. And then, of course, people can be so cruel. Almost as soon as the Earth shot was over with, people compared her to everything from the green M&M, Kermit the Frog, and my favorite, the Windsock. The Windsock is that character that's at the tire repair shop, the gas station, or even sometimes you may see it at the tax preparer's office. They switch it on and it does this little wiggle. It has those long stringy arms that are flailing everywhere, like Kate. And it has that big goofy grin on his face, like Kate. So, yeah, they have those in certain public spaces. Kate Middleton is not expected to join Prince William in Singapore for Earthshot Award ceremony in November. Well, if you're wondering why she wasn't welcome to Singapore, that's why. Because he didn't want to take a windsock all the way to Singapore. He decided it was better to go alone than to have Kate distract everybody like she does at most events. She becomes a bit of a burden and a distraction. And rather than go through all that, he decided, well, I can go to Singapore. I can enjoy my pulled pork sandwich and nobody is going to bother me. So there you go. This was last fall. You have Meghan making her way to the Ripple of Hope. And of course, almost, was it the same weekend? There was poor Kate at the Earth Flop. And also there was the release of the Netflix docuseries. So it was a busy, busy season for the Sussexes. And the Cambridges or the Waleses, they didn't do so well. It was a big flop for them. Now, as I said, I've done nothing to alter the photos. She didn't look bad, but in spite of that, they decided that they would I'm sorry, what am I was going to say earth shot. They decided to Photoshop her image. And you can see a rather subtle difference, but okay. So different time, different place, different princesses. And of course, Meghan looked absolutely stunning in her beautiful white dress. And Kate, average, average. If you wondered where this came from, this comes from the Ripple of Hope Award. That is where I snatched that photo. It is from the Ripple of Hope. You can see the earrings and everything. So I use this photo quite often. And if you were wondering where did I get it from, it was from the night that they received their award. Now, we are delighted to host the Bidens at the Invictus Games Toronto 2017 and appreciate the support they have given the cause of Invictus Games Foundation for many years. This, of course, was a tweet from a long time ago when Joe Biden and Jill Biden, I guess he was vice president, right? Vice President Biden and the second lady, Dr. Jill Biden. Jill Biden, I believe, was at the very first Invictus game in 2014, right? I think she was at the very first Invictus game. So their friendship goes back even before this, I believe, from when he made his visit to the White House. He met Jill Biden on that occasion when Michelle Obama was first lady. And of course, they became fast friends. And Joe Biden was rather concerned because it seemed like Jill Biden and Prince Harry was spending a very curious amount of time, and Joe Biden, in a very loving and jovial way, even expressed his concerns about that beautiful blonde that Harry was hanging out with on a few occasions. Let me see here. There we go.
I can tell you, I'm happy he's married because he spent too much time with him. I don't know. I'm glad he's married. Been involved in the Invictus Games with Prince Harry from the beginning.
Yeah, can you tell us anything about Prince Harry?
I can tell you, I'm happy he's married because he spent too much time with him. I don't know. I'm glad he's married.
Yeah, so that was Vice President, now President Joe Biden, saying that he's glad that he's getting married because they're spending too much time together. And there they are at the 2017 Invictus Games. That was in Toronto, right? There they are, backstage. Harry just hanging out with world leaders. He does that kind of stuff all the time. No big deal for Harry, being a global leader himself. Harry hanging around with heads of states or future presidents, Dr. Jill Biden. No big deal. That's just our Harry. And you know what, guys? It has been 2 hours exactly, and we are done. We are done. Whenever you see our queens pop up, then you know we are done. So our queen of everything and our queen of hearts, that means we have concluded our business for today. Thank you all so much for your very generous and thoughtful contributions and your memberships to Royal Sussex. Thank you, Liberia Rose, Catherine Bryant for 16 months, Elaine Parker, Andrew Bodie, Connie Balmer, Katie V, and Katie V 10 months, and Katie V for the super chat, super sticker. Let me see. Wait, am I losing my place here? Okay, there we go. And Denise Dublin, thank you for the super sticker. And Lydia Washington with a message there, super chat, new RN. Harlem Girl. And Lydia Abacus, thank you so much for the super sticker. Legs, YM Droid, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you again, Legs. And Kay Costello for, this is the first I've ever seen this, 27 months membership. I cannot wrap my brain around 27 months membership. How is that possible? 27 months? Are you kidding me? Royal Sussex, 27 months? Unbelievable. Anyway, you guys, we have not reached the 47,000, but we will by morning. But thank you in advance for 47,000 subscribers. I just can't believe it. I was just saying it's 46. Now it's almost 47. So again, thank you very much. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Many happy returns of the day. Happy birthday. Again, whose other birthday was that I saw? There's another birthday. I was on a roll, but I think there was another birthday. Oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed yourself. I had a good time too. I had a feeling it would be fun tonight. Oh, thank you, Lorna Williams. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. All right. Well, have a very productive day at work tomorrow or at play. Have a great morning for those of you that are already starting your day. Glad you're here. Greatly appreciate it. Oh, thank you very much. Connie Balmer says, tomorrow's another day, Baron. God will us more. Yes, God will give us more subscribers tomorrow. Absolutely. Okay. Hey, Sherry Ware. All right. Let me find a closing word for today. Let me find something to close with for today. Thank you, Diane Ortiz. Thank you very much. Something to close with. Oh, I know. Okay, may we be united. May we speak in harmony. May our minds think in harmony. Our prayers be one of prayer. Our resolution be one. Our feelings one. Our hearts unified. And may our unity be perfect. I'm into that. I like that. Oh, very cool. Oh, like that. Might have to hang on to that one. That might be used for another occasion. So we may as well close with the Ginger Avenger. Wow, just 4 subscribers away from 47K. Not 4, 6 subscribers away from 47K. 46,994 bottles of beer on the wall. 46,994 bottles of beer. If somebody should add another bottle to the wall, there will be 46,995 bottles of 46,995 bottles of beer on the wall. 46,995 bottles of beer. Oh, okay. If somebody should add another bottle of beer to the wall, there will be 46,996 bottles of beer on the wall. I'm going to keep singing until I get those subscribers. 46,996 bottles of beer on the wall. Okay, I'm tired already. Never mind. That's too much. 46,900. Yeah, that's too much. Okay. Love you guys. See you next time. And let us cue the Ginger Avenger. And we will celebrate 47K first thing tomorrow. Well, later tomorrow. Or today, tomorrow. Okay, cue the Ginger Avenger. $99.40 bottles of beer on the wall, 46,994 bottles of beer. And if one of those bottles should happen to fall, there'll be 46,993 bottles of beer on the wall, 46,992 bottles of beer on the wall, 46,992 bottles. If one of those bottles should happen to fall, Church Nelly would fall on the floor and find that other bottle of beer. Oh, man. I'm in a silly mood. Lisette Zog, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for being here tonight and being a member of Royal Sussex, where there's 46,994 bottles of beer that won't fall. Yeah, I should probably go. I'm getting a little punchy. I'm kind of sleepy. So thank you so much. I will see you all tomorrow. Love you guys and have a great day or a great evening.
And I love Prince Harry, and Prince Harry should be king. He should be king. Prince Harry, not William. William and all of them in there. Camilla is the wicked witch of the devil himself, because she is part of why Princess Diana is not here. I do not like them. I am from the islands, and we don't need them in the Caribbean. Get lost. Demolish the monarchy. This is 2023, okay? And I will support Harry 100%. I do feel for him. Yes, I do. And everything in the book is the truth. And Charles is the monster, not Harry. Harry is no monster, not Meghan. He is bringing the story out right now. are evil people. They are not nice. Behind the wall, we all are one human being, and behind that wall there are no difference with me and you and any other Brits. Give the people back the money. They are just welfare recipients, living off the taxpayers of the British people. And the British people are stupid, supporting that nonsense monarchy. It is nothing. It's just a title. It means nothing, a title. I'm angry at them.